There we go. So we are at Pecan Point. It's in Texarkana, Texas. And we each got a flight this afternoon. It's May 25th, 2022. So I'll tell you what I have first. I got the Bell's Dairy Milk Stout, a La Harpe Cream Ale, the Pecan Point Ale, and the Grim Porter. And what did you get?
I got the Iron Mountain IPA and Tup's Juice Pack, which is actually a guest beer. It's not brewed here. The Swamp Poodle IPA, and then Manhattan Project Double Half-Life IPA. That's also a guest beer.
Ooh.
What one was that?
That was the Bell's Dairy Milk Stout. It started out real smooth and then got kind of had a bite at the end.
The bite.
So I learned this last time. Where's the water? There it is.
I had the Iron Mountain IPA. It's good. It's a pretty strong IPA. 8.0 ABV, and
It's pretty strong.
it's strong, and it's got a strong IPA flavor to it. It's good.
So I'm trying the cream ale. It's much smoother. Not a real distinct flavor that I could pinpoint to.
Yeah. The description is a pale ale, even though it's called a cream ale.
Yeah.
It's described as a pale
So I was
ale.
expecting some of those cream ales have lactose in it, and it gives it a different flavor, and I don't taste that in there.
Yeah, I just tried the Tux Juice Pack, and that's the guest beer, and it's a juicy IPA. It's good. It's not brewed here, but a guest beer.
Okay, time for the Pecan Point Ale.
I tried the Swamp Doodle IPA, and it's good. It's got it's kind of almost like a hazy IPA, got a little bit of haze to it.
All right.
It's good.
So I think I'm tossed out by the name, because a Pecan Point Ale, I'm thinking it would have more pecan flavor. I think it just got the name. So I think it's just a regular ale. That's okay for an ale.
Yeah.
And now the Grim Porter.
I think so. I think we only have the apple. Oh no, we do have cranberry. Don't worry about it.
Manhattan Project Double Half-Life IPA is another strong IPA. It's good. I think my favorite of the ones that I've tried here today is the Swamp Doodle. That's actually a Pecan Point IPA. So yeah, their Pecan Point Ale says it has toasted local York pecans in it. Do you taste the pecan?
No.
You don't taste the pecan?
I
in
don't
there?
know, not really strong. So I think my favorite is the milk stout, the Bell's Dairy Milk Stout. Not a lot. They're pretty conservative here. See their glasses, growlers, t-shirts. And here's their bar. And the rest of their seating area. This part of the bar is dog friendly. And then on this part of the bar, or this part of the building I should say, is more for the restaurant side. They said in Texarkana, in order to serve the beer, they need to have 51% food sales. We're going to walk over here. He does single barrel brewing. So you don't see those tall towers like you do at other places. It's much more conservative. And probably the quality control's a lot better.
What's your favorite beer that you make?
Depends on what mood I'm in.
Okay.
I'm an IPA guy.
Okay. All right.
My go-to is IPAs.
Uh-huh.
But I still love a good stout, good porter. I focus on, for the most part, on traditional styles. IPA is a little over the top, some of it, but rather than doing a bunch of what I think of as gimmicky beers, I like to focus on, I want to make a really good stout, or a really good porter, or a really good whatever it is, traditional nature. And we sell everything is sold right here on tap. Nothing is
Do you can anything?
I do not can anything. I'm considering getting a canner and doing part of each batch in cans. But it'll just be one, a small time process.
So,
I only have 31 gallons to work with,
Yeah.
So if I take, say, a quarter barrel keg or 1/6 barrel keg and I can that, that's one quarter or 1/6 of my batch is in cans. I think we sell it, but just haven't gotten around to it.
So do you have your beer in any other restaurants?
We cannot,
keep it here.
as a restaurant and mixed beverage permit holder, we cannot self-distribute. I would have to sell my beer to a distributor who then sells it to whoever. And I just don't have the volume to do that anyway, really. I could put a keg out every now and then, but, to keep them all up here, and I like having 7 or 8 or 9 of my beers on tap at any one time.
Yeah.
And if I'm selling kegs somewhere else, I can't do that.
So how were you affected with COVID? What did you do?
I had about 10 or 12 of my beers. Because I kept brewing.
Yeah.
But, we didn't sell many beers, Although we could, when, the law was changed, we've always been able to sell growlers out the door as a brew pub. We sell growlers out the door, or cans if we can. And then we were able to start selling during the pandemic, selling any alcoholic beverage out the door.
So that helped?
Yeah, it helped.
Good.
Everything helps.
Yeah.
We did a lot of carry out. We did some delivery on a limited basis. We offered that, but it was one of the staff that was delivering.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of people that were, they made it a point once or twice a week to order something to go. And just
Very
trying to
nice.
keep us in business.
Sure.
You know.
Very nice.
We had help from, like, we have a loan with the city of Texarkana, Texas. They suspended payments on the loan. We have a loan through Main Street, Texarkana. They deferred payments on the loan, both of them did. So we didn't have to make that payment.
Yeah.
Main Street, Texarkana also did, they put together some grants, so to speak, like $1,000 to pay for your electricity for a month or something like that.
Yeah.
I think they gave us a couple of $1,000 during the whole deal. You know, and every little bit helps.
Oh, I know.
PPP loans.
Yeah, we got the PP. My old business got a PPP
Yeah.
loan, and that helped tremendously.
You know, so just scrape and claw, and
Yeah. So you made it through.
we're still here.
So how many employees do you have right now?
Around 20.
Very good.
Say half of them in the back of the house and half of them in the front of the house.
Who runs the kitchen? Do you have somebody doing that?
Yeah, I do. She actually used to be a server, and I'd still prefer to be a server, but with all the changes in things the last couple of years, she ended up running the kitchen. And then I have another experienced cook that has worked for us a long time. He's kind of a shift lead. So then we have several guys that are just good cooks and can follow directions.
Did you start out as a restaurant and brewery? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Because in order to serve on premises, we have to have a restaurant in Texarkana.
Gotcha.
And sell 51% non-alcoholic. So, yeah, I mean, our initial idea was just a little hole-in-the-wall brewery, and we have a tasting room and all that. And we found out, well, we can't do that. You can't even legally give your beer away in your brewery. You can't even give it away. You can't serve it on premises.
Right.
And in this town, unless you have a restaurant.
That's interesting.
Meet all of those, a certain number of entrees, well, so we found out we have to have a restaurant, and so we decided, well, we're going to make a good restaurant. Good food. We ended up with this space, and that kind of dictated something. It's a really nice location.
And so most brewers that we've talked to, they always have a charity that's close to their heart that they help out. Do you have anything like that in the community, or?
We have worked with Opportunities Inc., which helps train development disabled people and stuff like that, to help train them for jobs. And we have done benefits for them several times in the years ago. I think we started that 4 years ago, before COVID.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably the closest one. But we have a number of them that come in. They'll do something here.
Yeah. There seems to be there's always a theme that the brewer always remembers, and it,
I mean, I like to help out everybody that asks.
Yeah,
we try to come up with, if they want to come in here and do something to raise funds for something or other, whatever.